Okay, so day one confessional. We won both of our challenges today, so that was awesome. So I was a little bit bummed to find out that because Solo wasn't able to play, I don't know the reasons, if it was technical or what, but we still won, but they didn't vote anyone out on their side because of that. Which kind of stunk, but it is what it is. And then I was super proud of the fact that I was like the last man standing tonight for my tribe, which caused us to have our second win. Obviously, it was a team effort and several of us did well, but to be like the last one to kind of pull it through for for our party made me super happy. So yes, so that made me totally thrilled. So I've played a couple of different Survivor games. It's actually how I got connected to Expedition Online. And I feel like I am definitely a competitor, and I am just a very competitive person. So I know it came out tonight. I also know that means you want to be careful because I don't want to come across as some kind of challenge beast, which by no means am I a challenge beast, but I also know I'm just very competitive. So I have also learned from playing other games, I like to be a very social player. And so I had said in the video or my confessional last night that I had connected with Sneha and Jordan, and all three of us were on the same party. So it just made me super happy to see we had spoken previously and then we ended up being together. So Jordan and me, along with Robin, got into a group together. I think we were at one of the 3-person groups, and immediately so I went in there first and they both popped in. And they said that they had already spoken and they wanted to get with me. So we immediately said the 3 of us would have an alliance. And I wanted badly for us to have Sneha as a 4th because we had already established it before. So we were talking about who could we add as a 4th. I didn't want to be obvious and say it. I kind of wanted to see if someone else would bring up Sneha's name. We did kind of eliminate Danielle and JJ as people we would potentially work with. And then Robin said Sneha. So then immediately I'm like, yes, like she's awesome. So I'm pretty excited at the fact that tomorrow we're going to try to connect with Sneha and kind of let her know that the 4 of us are going to work together. So I'm excited about that. So let's talk about getting Michael. I told you in yesterday's confessional that for some reason he stuck out to me. I jumped on pulling him. I made it look like, I don't know what it is, but I don't know why he sticks out to me. But now I'm debating, did that put him in jeopardy? Because I know if someone's removed from your party, it might put him in jeopardy. So we will have to see like what that move did for him. He did fully fill us in that what actually ended up happening was they went to the crossroads, and at crossroads they voted out Rosemary, and ended up being she got an advantage or she got something for it. So it was totally opposite, and now it's kind of like, ooh, everyone knew that that's who they were voting out. Michael did share with us. I'm glad. I feel like he was kind of put on the spot by some people, so I think when you're in a group of people, it's hard. But, he shared with us, and so I hope it doesn't hurt him going back. But I'm excited where we are right now. Hopefully we're in a great spot, and we continue this streak. So see you tomorrow.
All right, so this is day 1 of Mount Kilimanjaro. So round one, I guess we'll just start talking about that. Round one was pretty fun. It started off with us being split into physical and mental challenges, and I knew right away I did not want to have the mental challenges on my shoulder. So I opted in for the physical, and luckily opted in first, so I got the easiest physical one, which was doing the leg ups or step ups. So I feel like I was pretty happy with that, pretty happy with how it went. I went as fast as I could doing my step ups on a step ladder. Even though I was sliding around, I felt like I could made good time. The only thing that threw us were those puzzles. Those were the one thing that like slowed us down completely, and we weren't even able to do all of the puzzles because we took so long. So that was a little disheartening. But you know, some of those puzzles were pretty challenging, and I'm not a good puzzle. I guess I'm not good at puzzles. So I'm happy that I wasn't in the hot seat for that, and that the attention was kind of on somebody else. Then when we got back to camp, I mean, we all kind of got into our separate chats pretty fast. I mean, there was no weird hesitation with, ooh, are we gonna like wait a little bit or go? It kind of felt like immediate, which was nice because I hate awkwardly waiting there and waiting for somebody else to make the first move. So yeah, I've kind of made some good connections in the team, and I feel like I'm a good middle person, not too outspoken, not too in charge, not really a leader, but I'm definitely in a lot of the conversations being had around camp. So I'm happy about that. Round two, I was out in the first scavenger hunt item. I don't have carrots at all, so I was SOL from the beginning. I had apples, but false start lost us that. So yeah, didn't have carrots, and you know, just kind of like lost another challenge in a row. So that was kind of disheartening as well. And for the first vote, big twist, that person that we all, you know, collectively kind of decided who we were going to vote for ends up getting a clue after the first vote, and then ends up in the scavenger hunt getting a second clue. So, you know, kind of like, oh crap, but at the same time, it puts a bigger target on that person's back, which was Rosemary. And it's unfortunate because she's a really cool person, but, you know, it's a good thing when the target's not on my back. So I'm just going to go with the votes and kind of hope that they kind of stay with the easier votes, you know, being that she has a threat and has two clues to a compass that nobody else has. So I'm hoping that, you know, the votes kind of sway in the favor of me, and I keep kind of like riding my little alliance that I'm trying to form and carve out who I really want to work with. I know Carl or KF is definitely somebody I'm interested in working in for the long term. I feel like we're both pretty outspoken, so it'll be nice to keep each other. That way it's not solely him or I as the most outspoken, aka you know, a threat. So I'm definitely interested in keeping him as a close partner for as long as possible. Other than that, I'm looking forward to day 2.
Hey guys, we have been separated into 2 parties, the Kibo party and the Shira party. This is what I was waiting for, get into the game, find out who I'm working with. There was a few people I did not want to see in my party, the Face Goddess, Rosemary. I did not want to be working with them. I was not feeling their vibes off the videos. So the fact we're not in the same party is a definite bonus for me. Their party already has went to Crossroads, and I heard Rosemary and Lainey got votes on them. So that's good. Anybody off that party can go as far as I'm concerned. But I feel that most people probably feel the same way I do about Rosemary and the Face Goddess. They definitely both put off a bit of attitudes and whatever, and just wasn't something that I wanted to potentially work with moving forward. My party is awesome. We crushed it. I ended up doing 2 of the puzzles, a slide and a jigsaw. Hopefully that doesn't make me look like a threat. The group worked together on that. I definitely needed their help, and they were definitely beneficial to have in there with me. I definitely could have crushed it myself as well, but it was nice to have a few extra eyes on that. As far as my party goes, I have 4 out of the 6 people of our original alliance that we made on day 0. There's me, Jordan, Robin, and John. If this is a real thing, then that's really good for me. If we continue to stay with this party as a Kibo. I did talk to both the Johns, made a John sandwich. I also spoke with Shnea, who was wanting to work with Arliana. That's totally cool. But in the long run, if this tribe goes to, or if this party goes to Crossroads, I ultimately would probably want to get rid of JJ. I don't think I trust him. As much as he could be a physical asset, I don't think I trust this guy. I tried to share some hidden advantage information with him that everybody got. I only gave him the first clue. But I actually got an extra clue from out of the one of the challenges that we had. I got an extra clue, and I've come down to it. It's Matika's Peak, somewhere in Greece, Mount Olympus. Something's got to be going on there. I've searched everything that I can think of to do with Greece, Mount Olympus, and Matika's Peak, and I cannot find this hidden advantage. Either it's right in front of me, or I am on the wrong track. I need hidden advantages. I need compasses. I know that in this game, eventually people are going to start targeting me, and I need anything I can get so I do not get eliminated. So I have been searching all night, and I have been unsuccessful, but hopefully when I get some more free time here, I have some time to look and I can find something. I really want to stay in this game. Moving forward, I can see a lot of things could end up getting switched up. We could end up switching parties right away. All I can hope is that I'm on the winning party. As long as I'm in it, I normally do really well. I think in challenges that I'll do really well to help the team. So as long as we don't end up with anybody that really sucks, which I don't even know who sucks at this point, but it's too early to say. I just hope I don't end up at Crossroads. Right now, let's play the game, continue on, and I will talk to you all later.
Okay, so day 1 has just ended. It's been a crazy day. First challenge, my party won, which was amazing. After the challenge, we all went back to base camp. We were just talking, talking about things that, things in life, basically. The whole time we were talking, honestly, I was ready to split up. Because I'm here to play this game. I was ready to split up and start making alliances with people. I need to be in the majority. So, but that didn't happen. I was not going to be the first person to be like, hey, do y'all want to, because that's going to put a target on your back. So we just all chilled, and we got a clue to a compass. So we were all trying to find it. It was kind of obvious that everybody was looking for it. I didn't find it, which sucks. I didn't find it the first time, nor the second time. But I didn't like how Danielle was kind of throwing it out in the chat. Jordan, did you find it? Well, Danielle, did you find it? I didn't like, she was putting a target on my back. I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah. After we were at base camp, we went to the next challenge, and a lot of us were just sitting there counting. Nobody had left the game, so we were all a little confused. But we ended up winning the second challenge, which was awesome. Thanks to Arliana. We went back to camp, and Michael came back to camp with us as well because Arliana saved him, and we learned that they all voted out Rosemary. But since Solo left the game, Rosemary didn't get eliminated. She actually got a clue to a compass. So that was really interesting to know that showed that she was on the bottom of her tribe. And I kind of feel bad for them because I know that that's awkward because they voted her out. But she ended up coming, well, she never left, but she got a clue. So I know it's kind of awkward for them. Geez, I'm glad I wasn't there. But yeah, we learned that information, and Danielle suggested that we all split up and go to different rooms, and we did so. Me and Robin talked. We were trying to figure out who we wanted to pull in. Talked about if either or had the compass. I did not. He doesn't either. We were both trying to find it. We went back to base camp. Everybody was there. Then we left and went to another party, and I went to a room of 3, and the gods brought Arliana to me and Robin's group. We were trying to figure out a way to talk to her, and it magically happened. So we got to talk to Arliana, and I know it's going to be us 3 right now in an alliance. Now we're just trying to figure out who we want to pull in, and we were also, you know, talking about who we would want to go if we lose the next challenge. We're talking about Danielle because Danielle kind of scares us a little bit with her drinking and stuff during the challenges. And then JJ as well, because JJ just doesn't seem like he's in the game at all. Like, he kept leaving, coming back, and it was just, you know, a little awkward. But yeah, we got to chit chat with her, and we were talking about who we wanted a 4th, and we were thinking about Shania. So hopefully we'll be able to talk with her before the next, well, I don't think we will, but if we do lose the next challenge, then hopefully we'll be able to talk to her and, you know, get somebody out of this game that's not in our alliance. Yeah, today was a good day for me. I feel like I made some more connections, and we actually got to like sit down and talk to our whole group, you know. So we'll see what this game, we'll see what happens, you know. It's getting exciting. I mean, honestly, I'm ready. I'm ready to make some big moves. So let's get it.
Okay, so it's my first night out at the camp, and it was a crazy night. Basically, we won both exemptions, but we lost a player. Solo left us. So it's a nice night out here tonight. It's not cold at all. This is actually my confessional number 2. Sorry, I should have said something. It's Jon Snow. It's my first night out on the island here exploring. It's not too bad. It's kind of nice out. So I'm on the Kibu tribe. It's a decent tribe. We got some winners on there. The first challenge was a bunch of challenges. It was a physical, mental, back and forth. I killed it with my step-ups. Basically, we lost Solo, like I was saying. He's gone. The next challenge, oh yeah, we found out the other team had a fake vote, and now Rosemarie didn't get voted out, and she's got an advantage, I think. So that was something crazy. We won our second exemption, which was Ari. I can't say her name. Sorry, I can't. Ariana. My bad. I gotta go remember that here. Ariana, is that your name? She's sleeping. I'm just doing my confession out in the woods. The camp's back there, but yes. So basically, I feel good with our team. We had a good team. Me and Danielle are still under the radar. I don't think no one really knows this. Gotta watch out for that teacher's alliance, so I think it's coming, right? It's my first night out in the wilderness. It's not that bad, so I don't mind it. It could be, at least it's not cold, right? But I'm enjoying this expedition online. This is Jon Snow. We're playing. We're out here playing. We're out here surviving. We're exploring. We never went to Crossroads yet. Hopefully we don't ever got to go to Crossroads. I'll be back tomorrow with another confessional. This is my number 2 confessional. I'm here to win it, alright? I wouldn't be out here if I wasn't here to win it. Peace, guys.
Woo! What's up? It's your boy, JJ the man, baby, just a beast in this competition tonight. There's some people that I trust, there's some people that I don't trust, but there's one thing I know, I was safe tonight. And always remember something that I say, and that is fear the stash.
Okay, so, I realize I'm playing so hard right now. This is not exactly how I planned to start the game. I wanted to be a lot, lower profile than this. But this game is so fast-paced. I figured, Carl, you're playing. You don't want to miss your chance. You don't want misunderstandings and, a mistake to get you out. So, for the purpose of, clarity, I'm, putting it all out there. And hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass. So I honestly don't really know who I think the second vote for Rosemary was Goddess. And I think the third vote may have been Michael. I'm not 100% sure about that. That being said, if it's Michael, then that means that if it's Michael, maybe there's a possibility that I can play it off, and I tried to do that to Rosemary, that I was the third vote. I subtly, I didn't do that hardcore, but trying to see what are we going to do to keep you in this game and stuff like that. So I don't know if it worked. I don't know if it's obvious or not, but let's see. I don't know. Let's throw it at the wall, see what happens. That being said, I think I was able to solidify something with Austin, and by proxy Trent. Austin and I are a 1-2 package right now as far as what he's telling me, and I'm totally down for that. He was definitely one of the people that I was vibing well with yesterday. I didn't get to talk to him yesterday, but today we got to, and we were on the same wavelength. And then he comes with Trent, which I can work with for right now. I think he's gonna be super strategic, but we're gonna have to get rid of him. We're going to have to get rid of him. He is too quiet. He's too calculating. He's letting everyone, and, I guess part of his game is that, to let everyone be, the big, he's putting up shields in front of him. And so, as shields, I was assuming, one of the shields, we're going to have to, Austin and I, turn on him. And Austin already is thinking of that, so that's great. Obviously, vote went the way we wanted, but Rosemary is still in the game with a compass clue. So that's gonna be tricky tomorrow, as we're gonna try to get rid of her again. Trent and I spoke quickly right before lights out. We're voting Rosemary again. I think the others are gonna try Goddess. I really don't want Goddess to go. Honestly, I did not want to vote Rosemary so early. I kind of wanted Lainey, but I also didn't want to go against the grain, against what Austin and Trent want. I wanted to prove myself to them a little bit. But I did not want to get rid of a sister so early. That being said, one of the other people that I really want to work with in my party is Goddess. So as long as her name was not being brought up, and for the first vote, I was be like, okay, you know what? If it's going to be Rosemary and not Goddess, let's go for that. But yeah, unfortunately, right now she's the secondary target, and actually maybe even the main target, which is concerning because I don't want to get rid of her. So I told Trent to vote with me tomorrow for Rosemary, and then hopefully if other person does it, and then we get 2 votes on on Goddess, then the tie, in case the idol is used or the compass is used, the tie should allow us to then get rid of the other. But honestly, this is not necessarily how I wanted it to go down. But as I progressed, I realized Lainey's actually a really good asset to have. She knows the game very well. And I think she's gonna be a very loyal person. And so I think I can work with that. And so that's why I was like, you know what? I can do that. We can get rid of Rosemary and keep Lainey, because she's gonna be a good person to have on your side. Maybe not core for me, but someone that I can work with for the time being. So we'll see how that goes. That said, I was a little disappointed that a lot of the people that I really wanted to work with, other than Austin, ended up on the other side. So I'm happy that I got Austin and Face Goddess. Sad to see Sneha and Robin on the other side. But you can't have it your way entirely. So we'll see. Anyways, we lost the first two challenges, bonkers. But you know what? We gave it a valiant effort. I think I've proven to my team that I'm a good competitor. Honestly, I'm trying to build my resume already. I'm trying to show people that I am a great competitor. We may not have won yet, but competing is kind of my middle name. Anyways, it's already 5 minutes. I'm obviously going over time. I don't want to stay too much longer, but I'm having a blast. This is super fun. This is gonna be crazy though, and hopefully tomorrow it kind of works out the way I want it to. And even if it doesn't, I'm competing well. And if it does, I'm already building a resume. I know it sounds crazy, already building a resume. And I didn't want to be so vocal so early. But the way I see it is I'm kind of showing that I'm a good soldier. And then down the line, I can prove that I'm also a great mastermind. Even though I feel like I'm starting to look like a mastermind yet already. And I don't want to look like that yet. But anyways. Okay. Bye. Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow.
Oh my God. Today was insane. So the day started out with our first exemption challenge, and I ended up being the weakest link, I guess. And I tried to do a quick fix and just use my phone to do the challenge, but obviously doing a puzzle like that on your phone is really difficult, and I didn't expect it to be that difficult, and I also expected to do the crossword puzzle, but I was able to get through it, and it took me so damn long. But everyone obviously thought the easiest vote is Lainey, so I kind of realized when I got back to camp that I needed to get the numbers for me to be safe. So I immediately hopped into a 4-person voice chat so I could get those numbers, and immediately Trent, Michael, and Austin joined, and they seemed pretty solid on let's get Rosemary out. And then we were talking about, well, how can we get the majority, because you don't know how Carl's gonna vote or Lindsay, and we decided that we were gonna try and get Carl on our side. And Austin talked to Carl, and Carl was extremely I guess open to it, and he even said something at Crossroads that I was like, thank you so much for saying that, because he was talking about it's not about the first challenge, it's about the entire game. There's more than challenges. So I'm glad that he had that statement to make, because it made me feel a lot better. But obviously at Crossroads something happened, and Rosemary, since she got the most votes, ended up with a clue to the compass, and I was in shock. It was it almost felt like I wished I didn't sell myself for being you shouldn't vote me out, and honestly it did kind of suck, but also I'm kind of glad I don't have that target on my back. I'm glad that I got to make those relationships in the first day. I really do think I have a solid core 3 with me, Austin, and Michael. I am a little wishy-washy on Austin, and I was telling Michael about that, but that core 3, or that solid 3, is going to definitely help me in the next coming days, because I needed numbers, and I feel like with us 3 we can get the numbers, because I feel like we're all good at talking. And also Carl's pretty solid as well, but Carl's kind of all over the place, I feel like, and that's not a problem, but I feel like that can kind of be a bit of a scary thing when he's going and talking to other people and being oh, we should vote this person out, but he's telling me a different person. But for day 2, I'm hoping that we can get Rosemary out because of the whole compass situation, because she has 2 clues now after the challenge, and I'm a little bit worried. But we were going to split the votes, but I don't think we had enough time to say oh, we're splitting the votes. in this way. So we wanted to split the votes between Rosemary and Face Goddess, and if it was a tie, we were just gonna vote Face Goddess because that means Rosemary played her compass. And I don't know, I'm just worried for tomorrow at Crossroads. Fingers crossed everything goes as planned, but who knows?
So it's the ending of day one, and I've formed some pretty good alliances, I think. I did vote for Lainey to get out, and honestly, I'm kind of glad she didn't, because I really like her as a person. I think she's a really good person. The first vote for her to vote out was literally just a technical issue, and I had no personal relationships. But speaking with people, I think I've kind of gotten my little spot, my group. And that would be Carl and Austin and Lainey and Trent and possibly Michael when he comes back tomorrow, because he was stolen from our team for a day. So I guess that's it. See you tomorrow.
So day one was interesting, to say the least. Started off with an exemption challenge. After we got put into our party lost. It took a while, some technical difficulties and everything, but the fact of the matter was we lost. Went to Crossroads. Everybody, talked and jumped into rooms and was trying to figure out who to vote, because we were assuming it was regular vote somebody out. We had our discussion and we all voted. After we voted, Docs goes, okay, you all have voted for who to give a clue for an advantage. And we were all just like, what just happened? It was pretty crazy. Not what we were expecting. So Rosemary got a clue to an advantage. And then we had a second challenge. The Kibo tribe won. Kibo party won. They got to not go to Crossroads and also pick somebody to come to their side who was exempt from Crossroads. That ended up being me. Thankfully, it's good. Wasn't at risk, but also wondering who got voted out last night. So we'll see if I can find out a little more about their party tonight.
All right. I'm tired. That was pretty long, but fun, really fun. We experienced a lot of stuff tonight. We got split into parties. We lost a party member, even though we didn't lose a challenge. We had a party member from the other side come over to our side. We did 2 challenges and we haven't officially voted someone out yet. People got advantages. People are looking for clues. So it was kind of a crazy night. My tribe, the Kibo tribe, is myself, JJ, John, Danielle, Jordan, Arliana, Sneha, and it was supposed to be Solo with us, but Solo didn't show up. We were kind of wondering why, and I think we're still kind of wondering why, but either way, he didn't show, and we did the challenge without him. We won the challenge. It was actually pretty cool. Everyone contributed, did their part. Everyone helped out on the puzzles. It was a really good team effort, actually. So that was cool. We won. We came back to camp. We hung out for a long time. Just waiting for the other Crossroads to be finished. During that time, everyone stayed in the same room together. I was like kind of thinking of sneaking off to another room, but I just didn't want to be the first person to go. Everyone seemed pretty content just like sitting in the room together and chilling. We hung out and got to know each other. We got a clue for an advantage, which I searched and searched and searched for, and even we got a second clue later, and I still have no idea what I'm looking for. I'm going to give it another shot tomorrow and try and find something, because that would be pretty clutch. We then went and did the second challenge, and when we got there, I started counting up the people on the screen, and I realized that they still had 8 people. So I was wondering what the heck was going on, and then Docs let us know that they didn't lose anyone, that we just lose Solo because he never showed up. He said life isn't fair, so I guess we just have to roll with that. So we won the second challenge, and then we got to, well, Arliana, who won an advantage during the challenge, was able to pick someone from the other party to come over to our side, and she picked Michael. So we came back, we kind of grilled him a little bit, and we found out that they voted against Rosemarie, but that because Solo went home, Rosemarie didn't get voted out. She actually got an advantage. So by voting for her, they gave her an advantage. So like a couple challenges in, and there are already so many twists and turns to the game. And it's just, you know, trying to keep track of everything. After we grilled Michael sufficiently, people started to actually break off into rooms. I ended up in a room with Jordan, which I thought was great. We kind of linked up on the first night. And so I want to keep that connection going with Jordan because I think she's going to be a good ally. I feel like I can trust her. We really thought that Arliana would be a good ally as well. So when we had a chance, we actually ended up in a room, the 3 of us together. And we made a little bit of a plan that if we were to lose a challenge, that we would make sure to try and pull someone over to our side. We said Sneha would be a really good option for that. And we were talking about possible targets. Danielle came up. And so that might be the way that we have to go tomorrow. I have a feeling that tomorrow is going to go really fast. We're starting with the Shira tribe, or the Shira party who's going to Crossroads already. So I think that tomorrow is going to be pretty fast paced and pretty fun. I'm looking forward to it. As far as impressions of everyone on the team, I really feel good about Jordan, Arliana, and Sneha. I was a little worried because when I saw our party, really the only person on night 0 that I had any significant conversation with was Jordan. So I think I'm going to have to do some work in that department. JJ, really super nice guy, but I don't think he knows what's going on. We're all looking for the advantage, and I don't even think he knows that the advantage is not a team thing, that it's an individual thing. So he really doesn't seem to know how the game works. Jon Snow seems cool, super laid back. And Danielle is really fun to have, really funny. She was drinking, she was having fun, she was partying, so it was cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen tomorrow, and if this first few rounds are any indication, I think that we can look forward to a lot of shakeups. So I'm trying not to think too far ahead, because I feel like as soon as I think I have it figured out, they're going to turn it around on me. So that's it, and looking forward to tomorrow.
So I passed out after last night event, so I wanted to do my confessional now. That was some bullshit, but I gotta say, like, it was eye-opening, because I feel like they were smart enough to know that I'm a threat, but dumb enough to let me know that right off the bat. So now I know exactly how I'm going to play, and exactly that I really can't trust anybody in this group, which I already knew, but now they don't know what to think about me because they think I was all super friendly, and now they have showed their hand a little too early.
Day one of Expedition Online, we broke into our parties today. There are two parties, the Kibo party and the Shira party. Myself, Arliana, Jordan, Danielle, Robin, Jon Snow, Solo, and JJ are all part of the Kibo party. And luckily for me, the people that I talked to the most on day 0 all ended up being on the Kibo party. And when Docs was listing out the names of the explorers in each party, I was the last to be called out in the Kibo party. And I was just hoping that I would be in this party, and I am so lucky that I did, because some of the people that I formed a bond and sort of an alliance with on day 0 are on this party. So I would love to work with them further, and hopefully till the end of this game. Danielle and I formed an alliance. We are both from Alberta, so we have sort of a bond there, and we both want to see each other succeed right now. So I'm super excited to work with her. And Jordan, Arliana, and myself on day 0, we sort of started a conversation to form an alliance. I don't remember if we actually solidified that. And unfortunately, on day 1, the 3 of us didn't get to just chat, the 3 of us. So I'm hoping day 2, the 3 of us can chat in a room together and solidify this alliance, because both of those women are smart and understand this game, and I would love to work with both of them till the end. So I hope day 2 today we can solidify an alliance between the 3 of us, and then bring Danielle into it so that the 4 of us could have an alliance, which will be the majority alliance right now in the Kibo party. We had 2 challenges for day 1. We had a relay race that had 4 physical challenges and 4 mental challenges, and we just all picked what our strong suit was. And unfortunately, Solo didn't show up for day 1, so Danielle had to go twice, and she crushed both of her puzzles. So I think she was the right person to choose for to go twice. We had incredible teamwork, especially because none of us have really we didn't really talk, we don't know each other, and we just worked so well together. We all crushed our individual challenges, but we crushed the team challenge in general. We beat the Shira tribe. I don't think they even finished their challenge, so that is a great accomplishment for us. The last slider puzzle was probably the hardest puzzle in the entire challenge, and it took the entire team for us to figure out the puzzle. So we had incredible teamwork and incredible communication. So I'm looking forward to continuing to work with this party. Hopefully there's no party switch party switch coming soon, because I don't want to lose anybody from our party, and I would rather not gain anybody from the Shira party in our party either. The second challenge was mostly a luck-based challenge. We just had to find things associated to a color within our home. And if you were the first to arrive, you stayed and got to pick the next color. And if you were the last to arrive or didn't have the item, you were eliminated. And Arliana pulled through for our party again. She had grass, and unfortunately Carl didn't have grass, and we won the second challenge. And thank goodness we did, because after the first challenge, the Shira tribe went to Crossroads and they were supposed to vote to eliminate somebody from their party, but because Solo didn't show up, he was eliminated from our party. So Shira tribe didn't lose anybody, and without them knowing, they gave a clue to an advantage to the person that they wanted to vote out. So I'm sure the dynamics at the Shira tribe are a little rocky compared to the dynamics at the Kibo tribe. Because we won the challenges, we have some clues to advantages to a compass, I believe. But these clues, man, they make no sense. I've been looking at them all evening, and I have sent so many things that I think are the answer. None of them are the answer, and now I'm just lost as to what I'm supposed to look at. So I'm hoping nobody else in Kibo is figuring this out either, because I would love to win a challenge, win an advantage to eventually use, because I don't want to leave my life on other people's hands. So I'm gonna try to figure out these clues today, and hopefully before our next challenges today, I can win an advantage. Right now, Kibo is crushing it, and I'm worried we're gonna have a party switch soon. And if we do, I hope I stay with the majority of the Kibo tribe party, because we all work really well together. So we'll see how day 2 goes.
So the first night of Expedition Online has come to a close, and it's time for me to do my confessional. They threw us some challenges yesterday. Like, they threw us some unexpected curveballs that people just weren't ready for. I think that within my own team, there is already probably some alliances forming. The voting went very interestingly last night. The first vote, where people, I think, thought that they were going to be voting someone out, turned out to be not that. So everyone voted for someone I was very surprised for, if they were thinking that they were voting someone off. The person that they ended up voting for actually got a clue for a compass. So I think if there is an alliance going, it's finna backfire. Outside of that, I pretty much flew under the radar last night. I don't think anybody voted to get rid of me. And yeah, that's pretty much my strategy for right now, is to just kind of play it cool, observe, and hopefully stay off of people's radar, so that, you know, people will look up in the end and be like, oh shit, like, oh, can I cuss? Probably not. So that people will look up in the end and be like, oh snap, like, the face goddess is still here? Like, yeah, the face goddess is still here. So yeah, I'm excited to see what tonight is going to bring. I'm excited for this next day of games, and just to see what it's going to be. I think that last night was a nice little introduction. We're able to get our footing. We're able to kind of see what the game is about, for those of us who aren't familiar with the setup and the platform. So yeah, I'm excited to see how tonight goes. They have a bunch of supplies that they are having us get, so I'm excited to see what that's going to play out for. And yeah, I think that's it. All right, bye.
This is Trent, day 1 confessional. Today was an exciting day. It was a lot of fun. It didn't really go the way I wanted to multiple times today, but the main thing is I'm here, and I'm happy to be here. the first thing that happened was we got divided into 2 different groups. And as they were calling the people out, they called our group out, and I thought, oh, I don't know these people. I don't know the people on my own team. So that was a little tough. And, I thought, man, I'm going to have some work to do. So we finally got into our rooms and we started meeting and talking to people. And I think I made a really, really tight connection with 4 people. I'm hoping so. It certainly was tight through today. And hey, you got to take it one day at a time, right? So I'm pretty excited about that. And we voted together, +1. And the vote went our way. And then, guess what? The person didn't get voted out, Rosemarie. And not only did she not get voted out of the game, she got an advantage to the compass. So I thought, well, that's great. But I don't think she went looking for it. We'll see. Maybe she did. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe she's a really great actress. She actually is an actress, by the way. So maybe she's just playing us. But anyway, and she stayed and just hung out with her friend, the face goddess. And anyway, they just hung out together and, didn't go talk to people, didn't meet with people. So we'll see. But then we had a second challenge that we had at the Crossroads. To go to the Crossroads, and we lost. So we got to go back to the Crossroads again. And we're going to vote tomorrow. And we'll see how that goes. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. There's a couple scenarios that I'm really, really, really worried about. I'm afraid that Lindsay might be playing us, and she might work out a situation where she keeps Rosemarie and she votes someone out in our little group. So I hope it's not me, but you never really know. I don't think it is. I don't think that's her target, but you never know. But anyway, so I wish I could have talked to some more people tonight at the end of the night, but it just didn't work out. I talked to who I could. I ended up getting to talk to Rosemarie and the Face Goddess, really nice people, and enjoyed my conversation with them. I hadn't got a chance to really get to meet them yet. They seemed pretty cool, and I hate that we got to vote people out, but I'm hoping the plan is to do what keeps our tribe strong, because I think I make our tribe stronger. Well, I know we do. But and then there's some other strong people in our tribe, so I'm hoping that we'll keep those individuals. And then let's see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow should be an exciting, interesting day. So I'm looking forward to it. This game's a lot of fun. I love it. Eat it up. It's great, 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 great. But I want to quit coming to the Crossroads. So, hey, have a good night, and thankfully, I will see you tomorrow.